have the 4-hour price chart for NVIDIA Corporation, stock ticker NVDA. So as we can see here, we're seeing a fairly strong amount of selling pressure here to start this trading session. This is going to be a very eventful week. In my view, this could be the most important trading week of the year for the entire market. So, these types of price moves, to some extent have been expected here because we do have a lot of fundamental news that's going to be reported this week. And this could lead to an increase in general market volatility, as well as market volatility increases within the technology sector as a whole. So currently, what we're dealing with here is a stock that has posted lows below 105. This is a price level that we have been watching here for some time, as this stock is currently dealing with the 200 period exponential moving average on the 4-hour chart. That's this rising blue line here. So we're starting to also see some spikes in trading volumes here that should be noted. In many cases, the technology stocks as a whole have really experienced declines in trading volumes, but we're really not seeing that here with NVIDIA as much. We are seeing some spikes here, relative to these sort of broader near-term averages within the trading volumes. So this is interesting because this does suggest that the stock is starting to work on the radar for many more investors, and more people are starting to step into the market, perhaps in both directions. As we can see here, the trading volumes, some of these spikes have been negative. More recently, we are looking at a bit of a positive spike here. And this does suggest that, some traders are trying to buy into this stock at these lower levels to try to get a bit of a discount. So currently, as I said, we have been watching this 105 level because this does come in contact with this 200 period exponential moving average. And this is significant because, as we can see here, we can kind of move in here a bit, and we can see that, this is really the final moving average that can be found to the downside. We've already broken through. The orange line here is the 50 period exponential moving average. The yellow line is the 20 period exponential moving average. And then the purple line is the 100 period exponential moving average. So as we can see here, this blue line here, the 200 period EMA, is really kind of the final line in the sand as far as the moving averages would be concerned. So if we do break below here on a significant basis, and perhaps we get a 4-hour close below here or a daily close below here, that would be a bearish event, because it would suggest that the stock price has now broken below all of its major exponential moving averages and closed below those levels. So for these reasons, it will be important to watch and see where share prices actually close the trading session today. Because this is going to be significant. If we can get a bounce here a bit, this would kind of alleviate some of the selling pressure. But if we do see a daily close below here, that would be a more significant bearish signal. So to the downside, we've already broken through this 107 level that we were also watching, and from a Fibonacci perspective, the next level to watch here does come in just above the $100 mark. Because this is where the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement of this prior trending move currently rests. So, we're not quite there yet. We have not seen declines into this area just yet. But we're on our way here because there's not much else to be seen here in terms of historical support zones. Really, all we have at this point ahead of that 618 moving average is this 200 period exponential moving average. So next we will kind of drill in here into the price chart, into the hourly, so that we can see, a bit more closely what actually is developing here. So as we can see here on this hourly chart, we have already broken below all of these major exponential moving averages. The support zone, previous support zone at 106.30, has now been broken to the downside, and it really hasn't been any real buying activity here at these lows. If you remember, if we pull out more to the 4-hour chart, we can see some evidence of trading volumes that are showing in the positive direction. But as we can see here, on the shorter term time frames, this has really not been the case. So it is clear at this point that the market is selling the stock. We see a little bit of bullish activity, going back here. But for the most part, these major spikes here have been red, and this does suggest that there are many more sell orders in the market rather than buy orders. So, currently what we are dealing with here is the fact that the share prices are below uh, all of the major exponential moving averages. Currently, to the top side for resistance levels, we really have to look at 116.30 as sort of the key to the top side. But if we did see a break above there, we would still be held within the exponential moving average cluster. So the best outcome or outlook at that point would be mostly sideways in nature. This would really take some pressure off of the downside to see a break above 116.30. But the problem here is that this would still mean that we're caught inside of this EMA cluster, all of the major exponential moving averages, and that can be a bit difficult to break out of. These moving averages can often form their own trading ranges once share prices kind of move into those areas. So that alone would also sort of prevent prices from moving higher. The only way to really change the outlook here would be to see a clear break above 124.50. That would get us above all of the major exponential moving averages, and it would get us trading above these prior price highs, which came in during the July 23 trading session. So the move to the top side is going to have to make a fairly significant amount of upside, make up for a lot of upside distance here in order for us to really kind of change the outlook. What we do have to keep in mind here is the fact that 4 of the 7 Mag 7 stocks are currently are on schedule to be reporting earnings this week. That's Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and Meta Platforms. So these are very significant earnings releases this week, and it does look like the market is starting to expect some negative numbers here. If we did see mixed results here or negative numbers posted by any of these companies, this is probably going to weigh on the entire stock market, not just the technology sector. It will definitely have a negative effect on the technology sector because it will sort of signal a possibility that this longer term uptrend has run its course and is now over. But for the most part, these are very significant event risks here that do need to be watched. Because even though it's not an NVIDIA specific story, we are going to see some increases in market volatility based on whatever results these companies generate in their quarterly earnings figures. So here's the current market update for NVIDIA Corporation, stock ticker NVDA. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.